everyone, this is Jackie with Jackie's Movies. We are kicking off this podcast talking about the 95th Academy Award nominees for Best Picture. So to get right on into it, our first one is going to be Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, directed by the duo Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. These guys are awesome. They seem just like super fun, like you want to just like go grab a beer with them. Their first like big project they ever did was directing the music video Turn Down for What, which I just love that little factoid. I think it's so funny. But the film stars Michelle Yeoh. I mean, so amazing. Like, when have we seen a 60-year-old immigrant Asian woman be the protagonist, but also this like badass, fighting combat, saving the universe, amazing woman. So yeah, it's amazing. I've never seen a film like this before. I feel like after I saw it, I was like, whoa, did my brain like just go through a blender? Like, what just happened? I need to like sit with my thoughts for a second. It was spectacular. And I feel like these types of films only come around like once a decade. It really reminded me of like The Matrix meets like sort of Inception, but then nothing like that because it's all like loving and beautiful. So it's really crazy and really hard to describe. But getting right into it, I mean, my favorite story by far behind this film is Huy Quan's story. He just seems like the most wonderful human. If you haven't watched his Golden Globes acceptance speech, please do so right now. He'll bring you to tears because it's just someone that you really root for. Like, I want him to get the award for Best Supporting Actor, like, over anyone, just because he's just so wonderful and his story is so amazing. When he was really little, when he was 12, the Indiana Jones franchise was auditioning for the little boy for Temple of Doom, and he went and took his brother to the audition, hoping that his brother would be cast as the little boy. And he was like running lines with his brother, like, okay, like, this is how you should do it, this is how you should do it. And the director, Steven Spielberg, crazy, heard him and was like, wait, like, do you want to audition? And the casting director also like said that too. And so he decided to, and immediately he got the job as the little boy in Temple of Doom. He's amazing in it, so cute. He's driving the car and he's like, okie dokie, Mr. Jones, hold on to your potatoes. I just like love him so much. I think he has such a unique voice. It's high pitched and it's so sweet and warm. But anyway, so then he did that film. He's 12. He goes on to do The Goonies and then nothing. There's just, little film bits here and there, but really nothing happens with his acting career. And he goes back to film school and like does a few projects behind the camera and is just really giving up on this dream. He's like, you know what? Like, that's it. Like, I'm done with this. I, haven't been getting any traction with seeing Asian men in these different roles. And just really is like doubting Hollywood at this point. He's now 51, which is so crazy, but like all that time. But anyways, he saw the film Crazy Rich Asians, which has our girl Michelle Yeoh in it as well. And he was like, okay, wait, I can do this. There's a space for me here. And he didn't even have an agent. He called up one of his like agent friends. And 2 weeks later, he got the script for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And it's just so cool and exciting. Like, I just love that story because he is the most grateful, gracious man and like so living out his purpose in life. And I just love seeing him shine. I love rooting for that type of underdog. And the cool part is that in the film as well, he's also the underdog along with Michelle Yeoh, of course, being the main character. But you really just root for him. And so his personal story too is just such a moment where I'm like, everyone needs to watch the Oscars. We need to root for this guy. Like, he's just chef's kiss. But anyways, Michelle Yeoh is so wonderful in it. The film actually was originally written for Jackie Chan. which is crazy to think about because, we all love Jackie Chan. He's fabulous. But I love that they changed it to a woman, and, Jackie Chan texted Michelle when she got the part and was like, congrats, like, I know you'll be amazing in this, like, this was meant for you. So I love hearing that story too, of just like people actors supporting actors. But, Michelle Yeoh's a badass. She was a Bond girl. She's in Crazy Rich Asians. She's in all of these amazing films where she's doing all these crazy stunts and, just insane, just active work, and it's just unreal. But what I love about this film is that she describes the Daniels, the directors, making it such a sincere and safe space to work, where even if you were in the universe where you have hot dogs for fingers, which is so nuts to think about, she said that, they just made her feel so safe, and they also let her play around with the mechanics of the different shots, just being like, hey, however you want to do it, but this is how we see it. But you investigate that yourself, and play with the space and have fun with it. Which I think is really great for her, because you really get to see all of her skill sets shine in this film. And she's funny, she's weird, and she's really likable in her flaws as well. And so it's just really fun to watch. And, she even says too, when she first read the script, she was like, okay, this hot dog for fingers thing, doesn't make any sense. I'm sure they'll nix that. They'll cut that out. And, now when you see the film and you see the 10 seconds where they have hot dogs for fingers, you're like, this makes sense. And I see the joy in this universe, and I see the light and the life and the warmth of it. And then that's how you feel in every universe after that. Even when your brain can't quite process what's going on, after thinking about it, you're like, wait, whoa, what did I just see? Yet it somehow all comes together at the end of the film when Stephanie Hsu, who plays Joy, their daughter, she is so incredible in the film as well. I think she's going to be huge soon. The New York Times also, made her the breakout film star of 2022. She's fabulous and such a joy to watch on screen as well. She talks about how the Daniels were just so great in saying we love everyone on this set. This set is about warmth and love, and would give awards to different crew members each week, just being like, hey, thank you for your collaboration on this. Even if it was just, getting food for the week, you did something helpful to make this film continue on. And it just makes everyone feel so valued, and then give it their all for that project. And you can really see that in the culmination of the film, in its entirety too, but the culmination of the film, you're just like, that was so beautiful. And it's not about sci-fi, which, yes, the sci-fi and the visual effects are amazing. And the fact that the visual effects are only done by 7 friends that never went to school for visual effects, no training, nothing. They taught themselves online and are good friends with the Daniels. And they were like, yeah, we'll help out. This will be a cool collaborative experience, which usually FXF teams are I don't know, 200 to 600 people. So the fact this was 7 is just such a amazing feat in and of itself. But the film really isn't about that. It's about this generational gap between, this immigrant family that has a grandfather, the mother, the father, then this daughter, and they are all just trying to make it by, and they're thinking about shoulda, coulda, woulda scenarios. But then it culminates to saying no, the importance of just living your life. And if it's crazy messy, or if you've done absolutely nothing in your life and you have nothing to show for, you just have to be present, because it's all about just being present with the people that you love and the people that love you. And it's so wonderful, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thanks for tuning in.